Hey, trust me, they've been missing it.
All right, we are live.
Hey!
What's today? The 5th?
It's the 5th.
Not bad.
February 5th. We're back. Ow.
That's it. What's going on, people?
What's happening, everybody?
What's up, man? We ain't done a podcast. There's a lot of shit to talk about, really.
A lot of stuff to talk about.
Haven't done a podcast in a while.
And the comment tracker.
Oh, hold on.
Let me do that.
Comment tracker. It's probably,
hit that.
when is this shit gonna start? I'm tired of waiting.
Right. Well, we all late as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, they ain't doing anything.
I've been waiting for a month for this show.
It's not like they
God.
paid money and they're sitting in a seat in a stadium like, what? Free. What is that? Turn that off.
I'm running. I'm like, things are breaking over here. I don't even know. It's been a while. I wasn't prepared.
He wasn't ready. No, he wasn't ready.
Alright, I added it. Can you get it?
Pineapples.
Shit.
Ain't no comments anyway. People hate the comments. They don't like using them. I don't blame them.
What the heck is that noise?
So what's up? What do you want to talk about first? There's a lot.
Time to talk about.
Oh shit. About the dude that was shipwrecked for 13 months. This motherfucker.
Oh, that was pretty crazy.
I
read about that.
Isn't that fake though? Isn't that fake?
It's not fake. He was shit. He was like.
You can't live. You can't live on a. He lived on a raft or something in the ocean.
It's a boat, Smoke. It's a boat. Yeah, it's a boat. It's the cheap
floating
ass
around
boat.
the ocean for how long?
13 months, son.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, 13 months.
I don't believe it either.
He said he said when he was thirsty, he was drinking his own piss and shit. I don't know.
But you know what he says? He had a kid with him. He had a guy with him. The guy didn't make it, son.
He ate the guy.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he had somebody with him. And
Did
he
he
said
eat
the
the
guy
guy?
died. He said the guy died like a month in, and he threw him over the side. People are saying he ate the guy.
Yeah, but how could he cook? Could he make a fire or anything?
No, he had to eat them raw, son.
Yeah, to eat them. Baby, I like it raw.
What the
That's
fuck?
awful. That is
It's
awful.
God.
It's
That's
sick.
why I don't get on boats. That's exactly why I don't get on boats.
You don't get on the boat for that one and
There'll be some guy in the
million
comments,
chance.
oh, you're stupid. Everything thinks everything's stupid. I'm not going to be on a boat eating a dude. I'm just not even going to put myself in that scenario. Sorry. Every time I hear about a cruise ship, somebody getting sick, somebody getting killed, somebody drowning in a pool.
Yeah, man. I don't believe it though, man. I don't think you could. Now there was a case where, like a group of 3 or 4 people, they were able to survive for like 9 months. But a year, 13 months. I mean, shit, a month on a boat.
All right, what type of boat? Like,
What
was he on
did
a
he
raft? Is it like full
No, it's
castaway?
not
It was like a
just
fishing
on a
boat. It was like on a. It was like I think he like for a living he like fished for a living.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
kind
So
of.
he wasn't shipwrecked or anything.
No. I think it was like a storm or something.
Oh, he was just adrift.
He was adrift,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, okay.
I don't believe it. How
That
could
Now
you
he had a big cooler on the boat. Now he said he got inside the cooler to keep away from the elements. I mean, a year, son, a year.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't believe it. I think it's bullshit.
I don't see.
I mean-
How do you can't drink ocean water, so how the fuck do you live?
He said he drank
his own-
rainwater.
Rainwater. And he
Right.
drank
It
his own-
rains that much?
I don't
What?
know, man.
How does he eat? Well, I guess he had fish and shit.
Yeah, he had
Boat.
fishing. He said he was a fisherman. He's a fisherman
He
by
said he-
trade.
I heard he like ate turtles too as well.
Turtles. I didn't hear that, but okay.
Turtles. Yeah, I heard he ate turtles.
Well,
No, I mean, I heard he ate.
If he really
ate-
did it, I hope somebody's blowing him right now, because goddamn, that's hard.
I mean, here's the thing.
Oh.
Like, I gotta see the pictures of this guy, for one thing. But then again, I mean, if you're dedicated enough, you can fake it, man. You can go sit in your basement for 8 months, you know, and grow a beard and not shower, you know, and
Shit.
roll around in some dirt or something. But I don't know, man. That sounds kind of, in this modern day and age, I know the world's a big place, but to be adrift for 13 months and not enter a shipping lane or something, like
Yeah.
that's kind of.
I know the ocean's big. How did they find him? Did they find him drifting out there?
I'm looking for the story. What's this guy's name, man? He was
He was a-
Salvadoran, right?
No, yeah, he was Mexican or something like that. He got taken back to Mexico. That's why he was it was a Pacific island, I think, is what it was.
Oh no, I heard about it, but I didn't look into it.
I was gonna say something.
I thought it was fake. I didn't even waste my time.
Yeah, it is suspect. It's suspect, but hold on one second. Let me see if I can find this shit.
Are they making a movie or something about him?
No, they just posted it on I read it on MSN or like maybe Yahoo or something like that.
I got it on
like viral marketing for a movie or something if they promote the movie. Do that shit now. Make shit up.
Works, man. Hold on, check this out. All right, so that's the video.
Nah, see, I can't see none of that. Send a link or screen share. So I can't even hear him now. His mic's muted.
What? What do you want?
I don't believe no dude was drifting on a raft 13 months in the fucking ocean. I don't believe it.
Get over it. He was
eating raw fish.
I mean, haven't you seen haven't you seen Castaway?
That's a fucking movie.
I mean, it could happen. Don't get me wrong.
Let me drop you on the island. You ain't making it. You ain't making it. You ain't gonna be out there with a spear.
Can you hear this shit?
Throwing a spear and
I see it.
Okay.
Not in a fucking couple years.
Hey, he does look like Castaway. Look at him. He looks like freaking Tom Hanks there. Well,
I can't hear it though, but I can see it.
You can't hear it? Okay.
Nah.
Well, that's his family and shit, man. But look, the thing about it was they hadn't seen the dude 8 years before he went missing. So they didn't know that motherfucker. But anyway,
he was missing. We didn't know.
Right.
I don't know. Seems too crazy.
Yeah, that seems seems like that guy might.
That's him. Listen, look, dude. A year at sea. Now I don't think he can survive, dude. I don't think he can survive.
He looks a little.
Hey, he look wore out. That guy's holding him up.
I'm okay, but if you come on, you're not gonna jump off a boat and do a backflip.
Ain't no good.
Out a year at sea.
I don't know. What's the point? What's the point of faking it though? Was he gonna get a book or something? Book deal?
It could be anything.
Movie deal.
I've heard crazy stories. It could be like he ran off on his wife 8 years and feels sorry about it. And people do crazy stuff. I know that sounds crazy, but there have been crazy stories where.
Honey, I didn't run off. I was adrift at sea for 13 months. Now you making her feel like a bitch because she been cursing you out. You've been drifting on a boat.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
She got like a kid by some other dude.
Yeah.
I just froze up, man.
You come back. I've been drifting on a fucking boat for 13 months. You fucking cunt.
All I had was your.
You might, if it's real, you might hear about that guy shooting a bitch and killing himself.
Yeah, that would be messed up. Like all I had was your little picture in the cooler with me, and that.
Yeah, like that Castaway movie. He's got that picture the whole time he comes back. She's fucking the dude.
Like, damn, there we go. Hey man, like
how long was Tom Hanks supposed to be out there in Castaway? How long is that supposed to take?
Man, I don't know, man. Years.
He crashes and then it skips ahead. He's got a long ass beard.
I think it's like 3 years, some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I just don't. And he's throwing a spear. Nah, I don't see that happening in 3 years.
No, I mean obviously.
You gonna teach yourself how to throw a spear and shit.
Well, 3 years? Fuck yeah.
Thinking about it though.
It's possible though.
It may
it's not that hard.
You ain't got nothing to do but just sit and keep
hard.
practicing it the whole day.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing to do.
You ain't got nothing to do.
And he's busted his tooth out of what the fuck?
Yeah, he ain't. It's not like he's playing Call of Duty, Smoke.
Yeah, that's a good ass movie though.
I gotta put this Call of Duty controller down so I can learn how to throw this spear so I can get something to eat. No,
I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
I see it, man. And then you gotta think he has knowledge. Even if you're the dumbest person on the world, you have you've seen some type of survival show, flipping through the channel someday.
That's true.
You know how to figure something out,
What's his name? Bear Grylls or some shit?
Yeah.
That shit's fake. That's stupid. Survivor Man actually goes out there and sits for like 7 days.
That's just as fake, man.
That's not fake. That dude goes out and films it himself and everything.
Read it.
I think it's all fake.
No,
man. All of that stuff up, man. Survivor Man. You're like, Survivor Man's real.
Survivor Man's real. Bear Grylls, they called him staying in hotels and shit. They used to cut the cameras off, and instead of sleeping out there, he'd go back to the hotel. Then they go back the next day, and he'd get down in the dirt, and they'd film him waking up, but he'd sleep out there.
Well, that's kind of like Survivor, It's like, we're out here surviving, then like, cut, the guy's eating a cheeseburger behind the camera. It's like, come on, man. None of that's real.
It's all fake, man.
It's all. I couldn't survive out in the woods for a week. I'd be dead. Fuck that.
I could probably do it for a week. But
I start a fire with a stick. Fuck no, I ain't gonna be able to do that.
Shit.
I tried. It ain't happening.
I think you'd be able to do it. It's just that you got to be pushed to that limit. It's not like. Walking like, hey man, let's just go in the woods for a week. No, you wouldn't be able to do it in that mindset.
People try to do it. People die all the time going out there and try to like do this shit because they watch it on TV. Not everybody can do that shit. Most of it's fake, and very few people go out in the woods and live for 7 days and not eat anything and shit.
I mean, it's pure instinct. Like, say you were abandoned out in the woods. I mean, you could do it if you.
Most people would die if they were left out in the woods. Most of us would fucking die. Let's just accept it. We would be dead.
Mate,
go try it. About 2 days in, you'll be like, I'm going to fuck home.
Yeah, but you don't have that
right over here. I don't have to do this shit.
That's if you got an option.
Yeah,
that's because you have an option.
Quit.
But natural instinct kicks in if you're like if your plane crashes in the middle of the woods or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Natural instinct might have kicked in, decades and centuries ago. But now we're we go down to the supermarket. Most people go to fucking McDonald's to get something to eat. You gotta go hunt some shit. Yeah, right.
I mean, it's hardwired in your brain though, man.
With a stick.
You get something. You be eating like figs and shit, leaves.
Well, you have to get to that point. First, you start off with like some
eat the wrong thing, you're gonna die.
Maybe some mushrooms. And then at some point, it's gonna
mushrooms will kill your ass.
This isn't enough.
Yeah, mushrooms will kill you. Yeah. See, most people would die. You get really hungry, and then you'd eat some bullshit.
Kenny eat a mushroom and shit be gone. 36 hours in. Bye, Kenny.
Most people die though because they can't get a fire going and it's cold.
There you go.
You can go days without food. I mean, you'll get.
You'll dehydrate. You'll die of thirst first. You'll die from lack of water first.
So you're gonna find some water.
That's quick.
And freezing to death.
Unless you're in the desert. But
there you go.
Dehydration. Desert gets cold at night. People freeze to death in the desert too.
Yeah. You can go without food for like 2 weeks, but you can't go without water for more than 3 days.
I'd rather be like in the forest or something than in the desert. The desert, you just kind of.
If you drink the water, that shit'll kill you too. Sometimes.
Drink the wrong shit.
Well, I mean, you got to use common sense. You know what I'm saying?
And most people don't have that shit. That's gonna die. I'm telling you.
What you be saying, Kitty? Ain't no common sense on the internet.
I'm gonna die.
I can see dudes now. It's like, oh man, I saw this on Survivor 2 weeks ago, man. This will work. This will work. The rescue plane. No, this is exactly how it'll happen. All right. You get stranded in the woods. Your plane crashes. Boom, boom, boom. Right. It's about 3 hours in. This guy, he's an internet warrior. He's panicking, but now he remembers an episode of Survivor from 3 years ago. So he's scavenging in the woods. He's looking for something to eat.
Right.
He tries something crazy that he's seen the BS on Survivor Bear Grylls. It kills him. 2 hours later, the rescue plane comes and finds him dead.
Body's still warm.
Yeah, it was like, he wasn't out in number 7 hours. Jesus. What the fuck? He's got a crumbled up mushroom in his hand.
Motherfucker.
I think I'd last about 5 days and I'm dead. Done.
You'd make it, Smoke.
You'd make it.
I think you'd make it, man.
Fuck that. I went camping one time and it sucked. Shaggy went with me. You remember that shit? It was terrible. The whole experience was terrible. God damn, it sucked. Hot.
No, fuck that. I be catching fish. I'm a fisherman, y'all. Y'all didn't know that.
I figured it out.
I fish, man. I catch my own food. Fuck that.
If it's smoking, you make it. See, you're looking at it from a different perspective.
If there's water, I'm good. As long as there's water there with some fish in it, I'm good.
Fuck that.
You figure it out. No. Like, you naturally have to learn. You naturally, have to learn.
You're naturally gonna die. That's what's gonna happen.
It's not like you got a choice.
Yeah, naturally.
Because dying ain't gonna come easy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, see, that's the thing everybody thinks, it's like, when you start getting up close to that point, that's when that instinct's going to kick in, and you're going to start fighting tooth and nail to stay alive, man.
Right.
You ain't going to give in.
I'm going to try to find society, and I'm probably not going to make it and die. That's what's going to happen. I'm not going to camp there. Fuck that. I'm walking.
Like they say, you start seeing shit first. Like, you start having these visions, like, Shaggy will probably see Paul Walker and shit.
I knew video.
No, but that turns out
me and Tim out there doing videos and shit in front of a tree.
Turns out Paul Walker really isn't dead. He was just playing some in the woods.
I saw Paul Walker in the woods.
Fuck that.
My bad, Shaggy.
I'm just not going to the woods. It's not a possibility of me getting lost in something I'm not going to.
That's not how it happens, though. You know, it's like you're going on vacation and you're driving. You know,
I'm not just going to teleport to the woods one day. If I stay away from the woods, I'm not going to be there. It's just that simple.
Or a plane goes down, or
if you don't have a choice, you don't have a choice, son.
Why would I be in the woods?
Back to your
Give me a scenario where I'm in the fucking woods.
Plane goes down. Car.
I'm not getting on a plane. I hate that.
You get kidnapped. You get fucking kidnapped. That's it.
There you go. That's great. You get
now
kidnapped.
that you put this shit out on the internet. Now we know Smokey said he can't survive. So what do? Burns. Oh, you're trolling, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Kidnap you, drop you in the fucking woods. That's it.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know your weak spot, Smokey.
Hey, you know what? That'll be.
I don't think they can take me and kidnap me. They're just 12.
Like you know, it might. I don't know how legal.
I think I handle them.
If you never had pussy, you can't kidnap me, son.
No.
You never fucked, you can't kidnap me, man. You ain't man enough, motherfucker.
You be like, Smokey, put your hands up. No.
12-year-olds ain't kidnapping me.
Oh no. I saw that movie with those kids that lived in that. What's that shit, man?
Get enough of them.
Damn, it was a movie with a bunch of kids that lived on an island by themselves. They were ruling themselves.
What?
What? That's a movie. It's a movie about some kids. They end up somewhere alone.
The Goonies? The Goonies?
Motherfucker. Shaggy.
The Goonies.
I mean, I don't know what's going on here, dog.
I can't. You know what, dude? I need to get the comments. I know somebody out there knows. It's some kids. They end up getting stranded somewhere. No adults, and they like govern themselves. They like form a society.
Walking Dead.
Give us a time period, because Tim might be talking about something that dropped in like
man, that would never happen.
70s.
Kids are dumb as fuck. Sometimes they just
made it, dude.
If you don't feed them, they'll die. So they're almost like a dog, man. You gotta like feed them and bathe them. They just won't do any of it by themselves.
All their animal instincts came out. They acted just as bad as adults would.
Yeah, it depends on what age the child is. Cause are you talking about Smokey? You might be talking about like a 2 or 3 year old or something.
Nah, yeah,
like
Smokey turned 2 or 3. I'm talking about I think they were like 10 to like 13.
Oh yeah, they can do. They can.
Yeah, I got an 8-year-old nephew, and I believe
like 5-year-olds are out there like.
I'm saying like
government, building buildings and shit.
Hey, the way I was thinking of it though, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking of it like Smokey, like they had like I was thinking like it was like a fantasy or something. Like they got a king and like all kind of stuff.
Yeah, what was it like? Was it bad? Was it like a dictator type of thing?
Yeah, it was fucked up. Yeah, they like formed a society. And,
was they killing each other?
Yeah, they ended up that way. I'm trying to think of the name of the movie, man.
That sounds like a good movie, man.
Yeah, shit.
Kids,
children ruling the world,
killing each other at war. Were they at war? Was there like 2 different groups of kids on each side of the island?
No, they were all together. Movie.
Backstabbing. Okay.
Ain't no weird kid fucking in it, is there? I don't see that.
You definitely would have heard it. I'll be like, this that kind of movie, Tim? Okay, no.
What's the name of this shit, man? Damn, I can't remember it, man.
I don't even know what I'd Google. Kids on an island?
Yeah. Google's a strong
something
tool,
of the ants. Something
like you'll
of
put
the
a
ants.
couple things together and you'll be.
I don't know. Somebody will comment in a minute and say what it is.
Some nerd out there knows his favorite movie. He's out there. Yeah, I just watched it 2 hours ago. It's amazing.
Kids.
Yeah.
Island.
Man.
Lord of the Ants.
Lord of the Ants.
I think that's the name of it, man.
You mean Lord of the Flies?
Lord of the Flies. That's it, son. That's it.
Oh my God, I read that. I don't remember it.
Yeah, they made a movie out of that shit, son.
I read that as a book. I think I know what you're talking about now. That's funny.
I'm gonna check it out. I might read the book instead.
Yeah, here it is.
It was required. It was required in my school.
IMDb gives it a 6.4 out of 10. I don't know.
Fucking Flies. They got the whole movie. Look, they got the whole movie on YouTube. Oh shit! Well, when you get a chance, check it out on YouTube for free, man.
Is it old? Is it in like black and white?
No, it's 1990. Damn, son, it's 1990.
Yep.
It's old as fuck.
Oh, they remade it.
I'm old as fuck, Smoke.
A 63 film, and then they remade it in 1990, apparently.
Oh look, they got like spears and shit, like a 12-year-old with a spear.
Right.
I'm trying to read that. See if I can get
It's
it.
like a Woody's gamer tag fantasy. They're in little like togas and shit. What the fuck? No.
Well, you gotta think about it though. Like Tim said, you gotta think our society is much different. Like back, a couple hundred years ago, 10 years old wasn't 10 years old. The way we think of it now, you're getting married at freaking 13 years old. You're dying at 30. So, left to your own devices.
When is this? When is that? When did that happen? What year are you talking about?
That's 1990. See, little fucker. See, look, man, they get shipwrecked or some shit.
Why would that many kids?
What were you talking about, Kenneth?
Well, he's kind of old though, so he looks like he's like a teenager though. Come again?
What was you talking about?
When? You can't see the shit.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah,
Is this something about 13-year-old getting married? When did this happen?
Yeah, what I said was that you have to think about it as time, because a few hundred years ago, they said 10 years old wasn't the same way we view 10 years old. You're getting married at 13, 14 years old. Some girls were, these old creepy guys, but you get the concept.
No, man. Don't let Woody see that video. I know that.
Man, hey, you know what?
Don't let Woody see that video. 12-year-old with his shirt off, and they're like fighting.
Yeah, it's fucked up, no?
He'll be getting all hot and bothered.
Oh, now you comment with the name of it. Yeah, nice and late.
Nice and late.
Like, I got it, guys. I got it. Now, we only figured that out 5 minutes ago, bro.
Anyway, what else happened?
What else we got?
Hey, look, listen.
A lot of stuff.
Zimmerman versus DMX.
Who's winning? We know who Kenneth picks.
I got DMX.
Of course.
Make me lose.
Kenneth, now's the time to throw everybody off by saying Zimmerman.
Why is it always come to like I know what Kenneth's gonna pick?
You ain't picking Zimmerman. We all know that shit. If
know.
you said Zimmerman right now, everybody would be like, "What? Huh?" You'd have to sit and explain it. We wouldn't know what the fuck you're.
All right, this honestly, who do I think is gonna win the fight?
He's gonna say Zimmerman.
It's gotta be
Zimmerman.
Number one, I don't think there's actually going to be a fight.
It's gonna be a fight.
Number two, if there is a fight.
Damn it, Kenny.
What it is.
Oh, here he is.
How do you?
Freezing up.
Georgie Zimmerman.
You don't think he's winning. You're just saying that.
Yeah, he is. He want to be controversial.
Georgie.
Yeah, you want to be controversial.
Look, man, DMX.
Zimmerman couldn't even beat up a 17-year-old. How's he going to beat up DMX?
Yeah, exactly.
DMX is a loose cannon. That motherfucker.
Georgie.
DMX is
on drugs. He's going to be coming in there with some coke in him. I mean, he's going to be fucking.
Honestly, this is what I.
He's got like 90 kids. DMX has like 90 kids.
He's got a lot of energy, man.
Actually, I think boxing is different than fighting.
Zimmerman fat as
First of all, well, let me clear. I don't think George Zimmerman is going to beat up DMX. I don't think that's going to happen. What I'm saying is, I think it'll be an extremely lackluster event that'll be very quick, and like I said,
Zimmerman's going to get knocked out.
He's not going to get knocked out because boxing is different than fighting. So I'm saying if. Then again, he did get, he got that work from Trayvon. But boxing is, it's different than fighting. I'd say if Zimmerman and DMX were in a fight, DMX might kill Zimmerman, with his bare hands. Because, it's not hit a guy, he's got to give him time to get up. Are you okay?
Man, I'm just saying, DMX is going to go put that two-piece on him. He's going to work that combo.
But what if Zimmerman does? What if Zimmerman wins, though? You know how fucking mad people are going to be?
Right.
That will be the biggest troll of all. You trolls think y'all are doing something on YouTube. If George Zimmerman goes out there and knocks out
if he beats DMX, who does he fight next?
How did this even come about? Like, I just read about this today.
Zimmerman put the offer out.
It seems kind of morbid.
A fucking genius came up with it. I'll tell you that. It's a genius idea.
They're trying to get some marketing on him, so he's like not made out to be a bad.
He's kind of fucked up though. He killed somebody. Now he sold a painting for $100,000.
Yeah,
he's having this big fight. He's getting paid good money for this. Because
we're
he's gonna
laughing
get the
about
shit
it
beat
and
out of
joking,
him probably.
We probably should be alarmed about this. This is kind of
It's fucked up.
This is
a little disturbing.
Very strange.
But everybody gonna watch it. You motherfuckers are gonna watch it. So
hey. Yeah, but think about it. But from the way that I look at this, like this could be like the genesis of things like you ever seen that movie what's the one with the prison and they're killing each other? Prison Death Race and the movie was it Gamer?
Man, a bunch of murderers and rapists want to kill each other.
I'm just saying, like for instance, like who played? I'm sure you guys played Dead Rising. You remember in Dead Rising, they were riding motorcycles, killing the zombies, and they were making like a theatrical thing out of it. It may have been Dead Rising 2. No, it was Dead Rising, the original Dead Rising.
No, I didn't see that shit.
No, it was Dead Rising 2. It was Dead Rising 2. No, that was a video game. But it's kind of strange, that we take our. Now, well, we're not doing it, but we're partaking in it. I mean, I'm sure we would watch it if it happened. So I guess we're culpable in a sense. But it's kind of disturbing that we live in a country that would allow something like this. So, got to get famous and profit tremendously off of murdering someone. And you can say, oh, he was protecting himself or whatever. No one in this situation, unless you're one of these ridiculous nut jobs that obviously have something vested in it, or you're just racist or just whatever. No one looks at this situation and says that it's clean cut. You may look at it and say, oh, there wasn't enough to convict him, but everybody in the back of their mind thinks like,
not everyone.
You were getting. I mean, like I said, I gave that disclaimer. I said, those people that have, vested interest.
No, some people look at it like they look at Trayvon as the villain. They look at it like a
lot of people,
like any other case, like any other case I might cover or Smokey might cover, where a bad guy does something and the good guy beats his ass or kills him. That is something that we in America kind of praise. We look for stories like that. Now,
honestly,
it all depends on what your reality is for how you perceive the people to be. And if you perceive Trayvon as the villain, then you naturally assume Zimmerman as the hero.
That's funny.
Some people do. I don't, but some people do.
Yeah, I mean, there are those individuals, but I'm saying for the most part, most people would say something's a little. They may not even be some people that agree that he's guilty, but they'd be like, he got in a fight. You win some, you lose some, you live the fight. Isn't that the rule? Isn't that what Friday taught us? You win some, you lose some.
Oh, he had scratches on his head, though.
But you live to fight another day.
Yeah, scratches on his head.
Oh, man.
He was getting killed.
I'm from the hood. I've seen some horrendous stuff go down in some fights, man.
You seen some people get shot over bullshit, too, like stepping on somebody's shoe, or you try to talk to my girl. Yeah. People get shot for a lot of shit, so,
Yeah.
You're right.
True. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, fuck it. Hey, look, man, my stance is that I think that Zimmerman, this shit shouldn't be happening, but a lot of shit, Kim Kardashian shouldn't be a fucking star. So I don't agree that this bitch should be a star. Or Paris Hilton.
I'm just saying, this is the kind of stuff that leads to the freaking Hunger Games. You know what I'm saying? Stuff, y'all laugh, I'm serious. This is the kind of stuff when they look back
Hunger Games
in the annals of history.
In the annals.
They're gonna look in the annals. I'm sorry.
Listen. Here's my thing.
I like that reference. Is pretty much better though. In the bowels of history.
Yeah, I should have. Like it was a pun or something. Like I was like,
right. That's what I should have did.
I gotta learn from Tim.
Flip that shit, baby.
Yeah.
There's two things I want to happen. Just two things. I want DMX to knock him out first off, but I want DMX's entrance to be the Rough Riders anthem. I mean, that'd be sick. He'd be coming out there, old school DMX, just yelling and shit, barking. God, that'd be sick.
Dude, have DMX barking and then getting the ring.
DMX is so old that Mike Tyson came out to his song in one of his major fights.
It's true.
So I don't know who DMX would come out to, but I mean, he come out to his own shit. Son.
Yeah, that'll be the hypest thing ever.
Look, hey, you can't lie that DMX has that hype.
No, they need to come out there. Y'all make me lose my. Hey, that'll be
Shaggy do that shit against Shaggy. Shaggy hit it when we first came on.
Oh, y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Oh,
yeah. Y'all gonna make me look no fool.
Up in here.
Yes. I'm gonna get this money, bitch. Up in here. Come on, Smokey.
He said he was gonna piss on him if he wins. Seriously.
But listen. You got that Rough Riders anthem coming out there. He's like, stop, drop, put him down, open up, shop. Oh, yes. I love it. He's out there barking.
That'd be so hype though, dude. Like that's crazy, dude.
I'd be ecstatic, man.
Hey, man, shit gotta happen.
Lose though. He might lose.
He can't lose, Smoke.
I can't say
look. Zimmerman's defense, part of his defense was an MMA instructor from this place he went to 2 to 3 times a week who said Zimmerman could not fight. He said Zimmerman was there for a year, dog, and his progression level on a scale of 1 to 10 was a 1 to a 1.5. That was part of his defense, is that he was such a bad fighter that he couldn't defend himself.
Yeah, so
I think that could be kind of.
What if he beats the fuck out of DMX and he's just like, yeah, I lied and I got away with it? You know how fucking pissed people are gonna be?
No. He comes out
DMX in like a minute.
He pulls a Justin Bieber, like he knocks out.
He might pull a gun out on him.
He pushes out his sleeve and he goes, yeah, I did.
What would you do if he pulled out like he got punched? Somebody said on Twitter like he got punched and he fell down and he was like, and he pulled a gun out. Yeah. What if he did some shit like that? He might.
Be like a fighting game finishing move, you know, like you knock.
He got a little. He goes in the last stand.
Yeah.
God damn.
No, but seriously though, I don't. No. Fight freaking Mano or something. That's what I want to see.
He's just getting paid to get the fuck beat out of him. He must know how to fight a little bit.
No, I don't think so.
But I'm saying, but DMX, I know DMX is a dude from the hood, you know, or like a.
Maybe he thinks if he lets DMX beat the fuck out of him, black people will forgive him.
Probably.
They won't.
But they won't.
It's gotta be. It has to
actually,
be.
To be honest, I'm actually more insulted at the fact that you would even do such a thing. It makes me dislike you even more than I did because now you're making a mockery of the situation.
But Kenny, he's going to give the money to a charitable fund for animals.
Yeah, but kill a black kid and I give money to animals. Yeah,
I like animals. I don't like black kids too much, but I love dogs.
I love puppies. You know? Humans, not so much, but puppies, yeah, you know.
Black kid, animal, same thing.
That's what he probably thinks.
I know that's fucked up, son.
But you know what? It's something, and maybe I shouldn't say this.
Say it, Kenny.
But I'm going to say it, though. It was something that my mom told me when I was younger, and I never believed it. But maybe
don't bring her home if she can't use your comb?
Mm-hmm.
What?
What the hell does that
mean? Shaggy know what it means. Shaggy's an honorary black man. Fuck that.
Oh, my God.
I never heard that one, dude.
Oh my God.
Home if you can't use.
My mama used to say that shit. Don't bring her home if you can't use your comb.
Man.
And them white girls gonna get you killed, boy.
Yeah, I heard that one. You better watch it. Have you hung up? Have you strung up somewhere?
Right.
Matter of fact, hey, let me tell you, y'all laughing and joking though, but my brother told me that about 2 weeks ago.
Damn.
He told me. He didn't tell me exactly. I'm gonna tell you what he told me. I was going. I was going to meet this chick for lunch or whatever, and whatever he was asking, where she was from or whatever. He's a cop, he's one of those dudes, they're nosy, we all know this.
That's his job.
And I told him, where she was from or whatever, and it's kind of like I said, I live in South Louisiana, so I live in the last county that slavery was still legal after the Emancipation Proclamation, but he was like, yeah, you might want to be careful going out there, be careful, and he was insinuating, because you going out there, which is about, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes away from my home that I live now. You might possibly run into, your car can break down, and you might walk into a Klan rally or something like that. And I'm not joking about that. So it's like, yeah. So that's kind of funny that Tim would say that, because I was like, my brother just said the same thing to me about 2 weeks ago. But yeah. Anyhow, I'm sorry, I went off on this.
No. But I mean, that's real. That's real shit.
But
it's true.
That's some crazy stuff. Zimmerman, DMX though.
Okay. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Smokey. We need you to talk more, man. Goddamn, Smokey.
Well, I mean,
Smokey, you've been gone for fucking months. For 6 months. Smokey's been gone for 6 months.
He was casted away.
He was on a boat.
I was on a boat.
That's how your subscribers
Man, I got bit by that spider, man.
That's how your subscribers act, Smokey. They act like you've been gone for 6 months and shit.
Got bit by that spider.
You see the beard. You see the beard, don't you?
Yeah, I've been out in the fucking woods, surviving.
You've been
ready for the apocalypse. Man, I had some conspiracy shit. My wife mentioned to me last night, and I wanted to talk about it, and I totally forgot the fuck it's about.
Is it about
not about Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Yeah.
No, but I did see some shit on Twitter. I don't know if it's a troll or what, but they were like, Philip Seymour Hoffman killed by Illuminati because he knew too much. That motherfucker was a heroin addict. He was sitting in the bathroom. He was fucking injected. And he died. That's what he found him. He was just laid across the toilet like this. That's how it went.
And you know what? This is kind of sad. I mean, this may be sad on my part, but now I'm like, dude, how the fuck are they going to finish the Hunger Games?
That's all you care about.
Yeah.
Give a fuck about him. He's dead.
He's a heroin
addict. Kids are crying.
Oh my God.
His wife left him because he was in the Hunger Games. Now she's crying because she probably feels like she let him die, and all you give a fuck about is the Hunger Games. You son of a bitch.
Typical American bullshit.
Why you probably thinking about putting a gun in her mouth right now, and you are worried about Hunger Games?
Will
Katniss win? That's all you care about.
But you know what though? Why should we love them for more than what they give us? That's all he gave us was some fucking movies.
Damn.
People act like he was a fucking, this motherfucker wasn't Gandhi, and Gandhi was fucked up in his own way too. But he wasn't like he was Gandhi. He was just some guy who did a couple movies, like 20 of them.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah. So fuck it, he can't do movies no more. That's what he contributed.
I'm trying to figure out.
This some bitch died. Fuck it, get out of here.
Who did he play?
I need my Hunger Games with this motherfucker.
You fucked up my Hunger Games, bitch.
Fucking die on your own time. Fucking ruining my fucking plans like in a year or two from now. Take my girl out, see Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games.
They gotta recreate you in CGI.
So he must be.
They said they go CGI his ass back in there, so. Probably take his voice from other movies, put it in there. They don't even need shit. He could star in. He could probably star 400 more movies. They just piece together shit. Tupac's still releasing albums. He's been dead for fucking
Hey, Tupac's coming back this year. That's a 7-day theory.
Hey.
Oh, he is in the Hunger Games.
Oh my fucking brother.
It's the new one, I guess. So,
he's in Catching Fire.
I haven't seen
the good ass movie too.
Don't tell me. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I seen that shit while I was gone. That was so good.
Don't you do it. I'll cut this computer off right now.
There's nothing to spoil, dude.
Everybody dies, man.
There's another part to it.
There's like there's two
I've
more
seen the first one.
Right.
The second movie, yeah. I've seen the first one.
All I'm saying is that's
tonight.
It obsessed me. I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know. I mean, I don't. He was a heroin addict. I mean, people are all upset about this. I'm like,
Illuminati got him. He knew something.
Yeah, whatever. Now, what about Justin Bieber, man? What about
I just want to say one thing about Philip, Seymour, or whatever, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Let's, as a people.
What?
Justin Bieber, let's go. Bieber.
What was you about to say?
Let's talk about the Bieber.
Just say it fast, cause fuck him.
Go ahead.
The Bieber is an idiot. I mean,
I feel like right now Kenneth's gonna somehow connect Philip Seymour Hoffman with race. Go ahead, Kenneth.
All I'm saying is,
I'm just joking.
I don't understand.
But if you did it, people would love it. You should do it.
That's why we pause for the calls.
How these females fucking defend Justin Bieber.
Oh.
His fan base is insane. He does all this fucked up shit, and they're like, leave him alone!
Listen, he's going to marry them, okay? You need to accept that. He's going to marry them one day.
Oh, God.
They just got to get a little bit older, and he's going to marry them.
Justin Bieber's going to come out with a rap song. The hook's going to be, I ball so hard, I got deported, man. I'm telling you.
I mean, it's so dumb. He's like, smoking marijuana just everywhere. Like he thinks he's so invincible.
I feel different about the situation. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
What?
No. Let us all give our take on the Justin
Hold
Bieber.
on. Let me go first. Are you a believer? Is Kenneth a believer?
Don't stop.
He is.
Well, that's not Justin Bieber. That's Journey.
I don't shit all over Journey.
Kenneth is a believer. He's a believer.
That's actually my ringtone.
Oh God, he's a believer.
No, I'm not.
Well, how do you feel differently about it? What do you mean?
Here's the thing about that particular situation. Obviously, he's an idiot and he needs to get the punishments coming to him.
Not necessarily an idiot, just very young.
But no, here's the thing.
He's never had responsibility because he was famous at 12. He's always been baby.
No, I'm saying for that situation, he's an idiot. Drinking and driving is idiotic.
Not necessarily. Not on purpose. That's just how he is. When he was 12 years old, he was just a fucking multi-millionaire famous, and then everyone's just been spoiling that motherfucker.
Let me say what I'm gonna say, and then we can talk about it later. Because what I think
while we're waiting,
I think it's kind of blown. I don't think it's blown out of proportion. I just think it's not what it seems, because you have to realize the kid was like, what, 11, 12 years old, and becomes a multi-millionaire. He's makes $50 million last year. He's put in the he's put as his coveted thing. He's put up on the pedestal, and then you're gonna expect him to act like a normal human being. Newsflash: he's not a normal human being. He's in the sense of his life is not like your life or my life or anybody on Twitter's life that are commenting about what's going on. He lives in a different world. His world is not the same as yours. He doesn't have to live by the same rules as you do. He has that FU money. So drinking and driving is nothing to Justin Bieber. Pulling up your sleeves and telling the judge nobody tells me what to do and growling at him or whatever, or I don't have to answer to anybody. If you think about it, would you really expect him to act any different whenever you take a 12-year-old and tell them that they're basically the most coveted and precious thing in a country like America, which is, put out to be the beacon and shining light of the world? Obviously it's not, but I'm just saying, in a media standpoint, if it ain't America, it ain't nothing. So, I think people should... I think the Justin Bieber hate should be minimized a lot, because at the end of the day, people say all this crap right now. Most people, I'm not saying all, but I'm saying a lot of people, if Justin Bieber is like, hey man, come hang out with me, bro, we're gonna go to the strip club, we're gonna be splitting hookers, we're gonna be out here, they'd be like, all right, let's go, Justin, and jump on a plane and hang out with you. So
I wouldn't want to hang out with him. He's like,
I think there's a lot of people that would go hang out and chill with Justin Bieber, and whatever. There's millions of people that would switch places with him right now.
Fuck that.
So I don't know. I just think it's
I'll take his money, but I don't want to be him. I heard he was taking steroids.
Look, but I think it's ridiculous. So I think he needs to stop. At some point you got to grow up and realize.
Okay, now I'm going to respond to you, Kenny.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying about him being a young man. He was a star young, and he lives in a different world. But unfortunately, he lives in our world. And in our world, we have fucking rules. Mm-hmm. It's not like he doesn't have an iPad or an iPad Touch or iPod Touch or access to the internet. He doesn't know that there are rules that he has to abide by, or if he doesn't want to go to jail or get kicked out the fucking country. So I can give a shit if he's been privileged. The bottom line is that if you break laws, your ass goes to jail. And if he keeps it up, he will go to jail. He's going to get a rude awakening.
He already did go to jail. He's in jail. He wasn't in jail.
Yeah, 2
he
seconds.
Got booked.
I'm talking about, these are misdemeanor charges. He can't get any time out of them. But I think at the end of the day, people from privilege, they learn a harsh reality, that is, they will get fucked up just like anyone else. And that's what's going to happen if he keeps it up. Yeah, he's got a special life. It's a different situation. I don't think everybody wants to hang out with him. People want his money. That could be part of his problem, trying to impress motherfuckers, to make them like him, because he never knows who likes him. But that's going down a psychological road that I think that can be an issue. I mean,
his dad's a douche. You ever see a picture of his dad?
Nope.
I've never seen
His dad looks fucking dumb as fuck.
Do
Dressing
they look alike?
In high school.
Do they look
really,
alike?
Not really. His dad kind of reminds me of like Kevin Federline, like that level of douchiness. It's just
But it's gotta be fucked up being Justin Bieber.
When you see
dad,
his dad, you'll understand why Justin Bieber is way.
He's gotta live up to
picture.
Look, he's gotta live up to be like his son.
It's true.
You think about it.
He looks ridiculous. They both dress ridiculous. Like, pull your pants up. Jesus Christ. Please pull your pants up. God. I feel like people don't know where the sagging pants shit started. Like,
they don't. Educate them, Smokey, so they'll know. Everybody on this podcast will know.
I know. It started in jail.
Started in jail. You wanted to get fucked in the ass, and now people's walking around the street like, hey, somebody from prison might see that and be like, oh shit.
Right.
They might not realize. They might be getting out after 30 years. They might not realize.
That won't ever happen though, because I honestly
it probably has happened. Rape happens all the time.
Listen, I remember when like sagging first became a trend. It was like Grammys or something like that.
Defending it because he
Actually, that wasn't
defended it.
From my knowledge, and I could be wrong, but that the prison thing isn't the genesis of sagging pants. But we can go ahead.
From what I mean,
what is it? Then?
That's what I've always been told was the whole prison thing. But like, listen. It was portrayed like into the public as something cool to do because you had all these rappers and stuff sagging their pants. And I remember the first time I seen it, like I was young. It was like what Nelly was like on the Grammys or something, like wearing a tank top and like sagging all the way down to his knees, had the Band-Aid under the left eye. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
I don't see how you walk like that.
Listen, rocking the thug look, thug.
Wait, you mean the Richard Sherman special? The Richard Sherman special?
The thug, yes, the thug. Now let me educate you some people real quick on something. Thug is no color. Thug does not have a color, people. People are placing this word with the N-word. That is not what thug is. I can be a thug.
To who?
Smokey can be a thug.
The thing isn't a question. Is does thug mean the N-word? The argument, not the argument. The discourse is that are people using it synonymously with the N-word? You know, obviously we know the origins of the word thug. The word thug comes from India. It was actually a group of individuals that
the thuggies.
Yeah, it was actually a group of individuals. So
yes.
that's where the word originated from, India. But or certain individuals using that word as a code word for the N-word. Everyone knows thug doesn't mean the N-word.
Kenny's right. Kenny is right.
You can't argue that.
And I can prove it.
That you can't argue that there are individuals. Okay. Go ahead, Tim. Go ahead, Tim.
The reason why I'm gonna say Kenny's right and Shaggy's wrong because Shaggy, if somebody called you a thug, who would they say you were acting like? I know anybody. Go ahead.
I mean, I would, if someone, like, to my knowledge, if somebody see me walking down the street, I was like sagging my pants or whatever, and I was acting all hard, and somebody was like, man, look at that dude's a fucking thug. You know what I'm saying?
No. When you act that way, or if you do act that way, what are people saying you're representing? Who are you acting like?
A gangster.
Black people, they say it all the time.
Come on, man, Shaggy. You hear the shit more than anybody. I know you do.
He didn't want to say it.
Yeah,
I'll say it, motherfucker. I'll say it.
Thank you, Smoke.
So hard. He was like,
but Shaggy's right in the way when Shaggy says.
Sometimes people don't even know, like they don't even mean it in a bad way. They just the media just is pumped it. That's how black people dress.
Right.
You see it on TV. Every black person see it on TV. That's how they dress.
Right. They called Eminem a wigger for so long, and they still do. Because he has a style that emulates black people that dress like that.
I wasn't going to be the one to say it because I am my own person.
Right.
So I will not.
That's how you see you. I'm talking about how people who don't know you see you.
Yeah, everybody thinks I'm black.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's just high yellow.
We have to ask
Shaggy's
ourselves,
high yellow.
What does that mean? Like, when is someone going to raise that question?
Black dude right there.
What does that mean? Obviously we know what it means, but like,
what does what mean?
When someone says, "Stop acting black," I hate it. When Smokey said it in one of his videos a couple of days ago.
Stop acting black.
I was just saying, yeah, because I hate it whenever we're white, we're lame. We're white, we're lame. Accept it. Stop
Yeah.
I hate it when
Stop trying to be something you're not. I'm a poser is what I should have said. Stop trying to be a fucking poser. There's a lot of people that act like fucking fake. I don't like
but you didn't say poser or fake.
There are people that
acting
try
black.
to be black in the way the media says that people, a black guy dresses like that. They're only dressing like that
true.
because Shaggy knows it's true. Because when they turn on MTV or any of this shit, this is like, oh, that's how black people are. I want to be black. There are white people that hate being white. They really want to be black. That's a real person. I mean, I see them every day.
But the thing is this, Smoke and Shaggy and Kenny, is that that thing that they're acting like, that's not black either. That's just some shit the media made up.
Right, I realize that.
And a lot of black people are just as posing, just as hard as the white guy who does it. Because they don't come from that shit.
There's some black people that want to be white, and they try really hard to.
Yeah, and there's some black people who want to be black who think that means they need to be that way, and they get shot in the fucking head.
That's true.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
You ain't never give no black.
When you see the way Justin Bieber's acting, that's what he thinks black people act. He thinks that's how black people act, and that's cool, and that's what he's trying to emulate. Yes.
He's trying to emulate what's popular.
Right.
See, but here's something else. It definitely don't go both ways, because you're not gonna give a black person no shit if they're trying to be white. I ain't never heard that. I never heard that.
There's a lot of black people that go, man, why you acting like that? That's not you. You're a disgrace.
On both
sides. That shit happens.
I don't ever hear that.
Yeah.
I don't ever hear that.
You socializing with.
There's even a word for it. They call them something. I don't know.
Sometimes corny dudes, white boys, shit like that. They call them a lot of shit. Kenny would know.
There's a word. Yeah, Kenny, if anybody knows.
Listen. Have you not?
There's a word that I've always heard though.
Have you not seen
the
new style?
No. Tim, you're not gonna just drop that bomb and just bag away like that.
Ken, if you know the word, what's the word?
Elaborate.
Well, Kenny, the fact that you can speak, the fact that you can articulate, if some of the underprivileged ghetto ass motherfuckers were to hear you talk, some of them who don't have levels, like I have levels. Some people don't have levels. Like I can go, I can speak this way or speak that way, but not everybody can. So if they hear you talk and they hear you articulating, look, he put a T at the end of the word. Oh my God, he didn't say that. He didn't replace all those letters with D's and shit. they're gonna have words for that. They'll be like, this guy, he's too corny, or he's too
right. He's trying to be white.
He's trying to be white. Look at this. He's not black.
I
know black. Look, hold on. I know black guys.
Look, we can live in a real world, or we can act like what's really, what people say in closed doors. All right, and a lot of shit gets said that they wouldn't say in front of other people.
This has not happened to me, but I've heard black guys tell me that black women told them they were too white. They weren't black enough, and went with a white guy. Hello.
But listen, here's what you're missing, though. Look, I'm saying everything you guys have is right, but nowadays, younger generation, it's more of a style now. Like, you see all these black guys wearing skinny. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me, please?
How many times have you called a wigger, Shaggy? I bet you've heard it a lot.
I've never been called the term wigger. Because I don't represent myself that I swear to God. Listen.
I know. I've been at work with you one night and heard somebody say it.
Yeah, right.
Well, no. They may have not said it to your face, though. But
I've never been.
I believe they've said it to me.
I've never been that. Listen.
But I had a friend.
Listen. But here's what you're missing. Listen, this is what y'all are missing. There's a new style nowadays. You got these black people wearing skinny jeans, skateboarding. It's like like that jerking style. It is a style, and that is what's bringing up nowadays. They want to wear that. They want to wear that geek. They want to wear those.
Ain't nothing thug about skinny. Tupac wouldn't be in those skinny jeans.
We're not talking about thugs right now. We're talking about black
people.
What are
we talking about?
We're talking about black people trying to be white, right?
Right.
And I'm not trying to say black people trying to be white, but there's a style. It's a style.
Right.
But it's a style. It's like that emo style. What do you associate emos with? White people, depressed white people. That is what you put an emo with, and they dress like that, and all of a sudden you see these black people start dressing like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I've never seen an emo black dude.
Wait.
I've seen it. Hold on.
Time. So you're saying that by black people wearing skinny jeans and glasses, they're trying to be white?
No, because that's not what I'm saying. No.
Okay.
They're accepting. They're like, they're not representing themselves like as a what you guys would say thug. You know what I'm saying? But they associate the way the way they talk. They're totally different. It's like a totally different style. It's like more like that West Coast style.
And
you know what I'm
hipster
saying? Like that's
shit. They doing that hipster shit too.
there you go. That's the word I was looking for this whole time. Hipster.
My son is
Hipster.
15. My son is 15, and he's totally different than I was. Yeah, he's sort of like what Shaggy's describing.
That hipster. It's a new phase.
Shit.
And like and it's black and white and like you know what I'm saying, and it's not thuggish, it's hipsterish. They're like they're not about any of that stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's about skinny jeans, wearing some getting geeked up is what they call it, geeked up. You want to get geeked up, you wear your clear glasses. You know what I'm saying? Tight shirts, like you know what I'm saying, like
like Dwayne Wade after a game, looking
exactly.
like that.
Chris Paul. You wouldn't call him a thug.
There you go.
You would not call them a thug.
There
you would
go.
not.
Chris
But they're not
Paul
trying to be
after
white.
a game.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the new style, and that's what I'm saying.
But there's a lot of black people that say, man, he's trying so hard to be white. A lot of them, I'm telling you.
But that's not so much about clothes. That's about how you talk and how you act.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think that's that divide because fashion and we're kind of talking about two different things right now.
No, but that reflects on their attitude
and how they're seen and how they're seen,
and how they're seen.
Yeah.
So like if you're a hipster, you go up to that hipster. You know what I'm saying? And you just got done talking to like your boys from the hood. They're gonna be totally different, different people.
Right.
Totally, and that's the point I'm trying to get across. So like that's what just like upsets me.
I'm just saying, there's a perceived way in society that most people think that race is dress. I mean, look, I'll prove it to you. Dave Chappelle's show. Anytime he poses a white guy, a little sweater vest on, he had the blonde hair, all that shit. And I mean, it was funny as fuck, but that's how a lot of people see white people. Like that's how white dude dress. You wouldn't think of a black dude dressing like that.
Well, not all characters, because Bill Burr was on it and he dressed,
But here's the, it's kind of what Dave Chappelle was trying to say with that was.
It was a joke, and people shouldn't get so sensitive about it, but they do.
Actually, jokes are a lot. If you pay attention to a lot of comedians. Yeah, you joke and say something that's not supposed to be taken seriously, but actually it should be taken seriously. That's kind of the way that you actually get things across and bring about change and discourse, because you can talk about some difficult things, some risque topics or whichever. In the regular world,
you can joke about it, lighten the mood. You can cut that tension, but if you always got that tension built up about race and shit. That causes people to just get very, very scared. They see some black people coming out of the store, they're like, shit, and then the next thing they know, they're pulling a gun out. One looks at them the wrong way, they're fuck, I better do something. I heard on the news that these random black guys attacked these, people get scared. Well, you can joke about it. There's a lot of dudes, old dudes that I've known that they'll sit, to white dude, black dude, they'll be calling each other racial slurs and shit. That doesn't bother them. It's funny to them.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Some people, that shit don't bother them whatsoever. They don't care. They don't let it get to them.
Right.
If everybody was like that, we wouldn't have all this bullshit going on. We wouldn't be killing each other over race and shit. They wouldn't be worried about it.
Right.
People's tense. They tensed up.
Calling you a racial slur. God damn. But
What's next?
Well, I mean, I think it's kind of.
Oh, here we go.
No, I hear what you guys are saying. I'm just saying. I think a lot of things are slightly different for me. Given the fact that, and I think sometimes maybe you guys don't quite understand. Like, America is a very different place based on where you are. Washington D.C. is much different than Louisiana and Alabama, and Louisiana is much different than California. So a lot of the things that I say, and I want people to understand, is I'm saying it from a perspective of the South, where racism is a humongous theme where I'm from. Some things that I would tell Tim, and Tim would be Tim's black, so he knows. But I'm saying, that you would ask someone from DC or something, they'd be like, oh, well, that's not the case, and I know that because when I went to DC for the Obama inauguration, I felt like I was in a different country, and when I say that is because the people didn't look at me the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I went to a register, they didn't look at me the same way. You know what I'm saying? People spoke to me differently. So it's a very
a lot of people don't realize that that there are different sections of the country and they act differently. I know that I did a video on what was that shit? Oh, on that Cheerios, not Cheerios commercial, the Coca-Cola commercial. And no, the Cheerios commercial.
I heard of it.
No, I did both.
Coca-Cola. What was that about?
They had different people singing "America the Beautiful" in different.
Oh
different languages.
Yeah.
And a lot of motherfuckers went off. They didn't like that.
Oh. Hey,
they're taking our America. They're changing America.
Look, here's the funniest part of that whole thing. A lot of them were saying, tell them to quit singing our national anthem. That's not our national anthem, you dumbass. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, people are dumb as fuck. And who gives a fuck if
that is our national anthem?
I gotta talk about. I was gonna do a video on this, and you just reminded me. These dudes that's so worried about hitting one for English. You that goddamn lazy, you fat motherfucker. You can't hit one for English. It's not that big of a deal. Who gives a fuck?
Wow.
Well, but here's the thing, though. And it's something I want to say it was my first or my second year in college, and I took an English course. And one of the professors said something, very profound. And so I really liked it, And I never heard anybody saying anything like that. But he says, "Well, people fail to realize is that America, opposed to everywhere else in the world, is a very strange place. In the sense of that, wherever else you go in the world, for the most part, people are defined by the way they look and the culture that they're connected to. But in America, that's not the case. America is much more of an idea. So and I'm connecting this in the sense of it's absurd to say, stop singing our thing in Spanish, say it in English. Well, America is a melting pot. That was always the idea, even though it may have not been. It was shown in that light. Maybe it was originally supposed to be for a certain select individuals or a certain select group of immigrants. But America like I said, it's a very strange place, a very unique place, in that it's more of an idea. And that we're this melting pot of individuals and different cultures, different races, they can show that people can coexist.
But the people saying that don't want it to be a melting pot.
Yeah, they're
They want one ingredient, white. That's what they want. Don't add anything else in it.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand that. I don't understand why do people get worked up over stupid shit? They're singing a song in a different language. Who gives a fuck? How did they even know? They're so goddamn stupid. How did they know that it was in a different, what they were even saying?
they didn't know.
God damn.
But did you see the commercial? Because they did English.
Just heard some different shit. They were like, no,
they did English and they did that. Then they did English and shit, so you can follow along.
Oh man! Hey, go read the comments. go to the comments real quick.
I don't know why I can't load that shit.
What what?
I need the sources so I can load the tracker.
Dirk Diggler.
There you go.
My hitter.
That's great.
Anything else? Anything else that we've missed?
Hey,
no,
hell
a lot of stuff, man.
Debate
Walking
last
Dead
night.
next week.
Look,
Walking Dead.
Listen, I want to get it.
Is it this Sunday? Is Walking Dead on this Sunday?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, Sunday. I'm sorry. I thought it was.
God, I can't wait.
Listen, because I'm gonna have to bounce out of here at exactly 11. I got shit to do tonight. But listen, hey, the debate last night, Bill Nye versus the creationist Ken Ham. Man, I watched it. That was something crazy.
You watched that shit. You watched it. So what do you think?
I mean, look, listen, my views on religion, or I believe in God, but hands down, last night, man, I don't know. I mean, Bill Nye, man, he took the stage last night and he tore Kim Ham up, in my opinion.
See, I tuned in and that dude was talking. And I couldn't take no more. He was like, "The Bible says." I'm like, "I gotta get out of here. This motherfucker is weird."
Well,
I'm like, the Earth's a few thousand years old.
Yeah, this isn't the first time. They've been multiple debates. There are debates like this all the time. There's Richard Dawkins debates. There was Christopher Hitchens. Yeah, Hitchens.
Yeah.
These debates happen. With the scientific versus these theologians or whichever, and they're quite common. So I've seen a couple, quite a few of them, and they all always turn out the same way. You know, I believe God's magical. I believe the Bible. And I'm not gonna listen.
I see the
you'll
picture.
never change my mind.
It was like, what will make you change your mind? And Bill Nye was like, evidence. And the other guy was like,
oh, that was
nothing.
That was the one I posted. That was the one I posted.
Yeah, you posted it.
Yeah, I mean,
the creationist was like, nothing. Bill Nye's like, some evidence.
Yeah, the creationists always get on.
There ain't no point in having that debate. They're going to change their mind.
Exactly.
But the thing interesting about this one, and you know, it's the fact that a lot of times the scientists or I don't want to say rational thinking individuals, you know, versus creationists, they're sometimes they're a lot more rude sometimes. And Bill was very classy.
Yes, exactly.
And, you know, he almost killed. Not only did he kill him with facts, he killed him with kindness, and he switched it around to make the creationist guy seem like a jerk. You know, and normally they try to reverse those roles. They try to say, "Oh, you're this moralist."
See, I didn't see it, man. What happened? Like, you got.
Well, look, here's okay. Listen, this is how the debate works. Okay, you get a 5-minute opening introduction. The creationists get a 5-minute, and like the evolutionists gets a 5-minute. Then you get a 30-minute. You get 30 minutes over the topic and why you think, you know, what the topic is and why you think that's right. So each of them got 30 minutes, and of course, you know, you probably tuned in when frickin' Ken Ham was like giving this whole frickin' like 30-minute thing.
He was like, God died, or Jesus died on the cross. I'm like, what is this? What are we talking about?
And
nah, the most damning evidence is Noah's Ark, in my opinion.
Look, listen,
Damn, come on, dude. Come on, you really, come on, man. Like, look, I know people need something to believe in. They feel like they need a reason to live and shit, but dude, people really believe Noah's Ark, that they had all those fucking animals on a ship and fed them for how many years, Kenny?
Exactly.
Come the fuck on, man. Who believes? Who?
Listen.
I mean, people. You know what, Shaggy? Not to cut you off real quick. Let me just say this.
Good.
A lot of people, they really don't believe it's Shaggy, but they're not sure. They don't want to go to hell.
Yeah.
So they want to keep it gray, so they don't want to hear this shit.
They're like, well, you know, it doesn't hurt if I believe this and it turns out to be fake. Who gives a shit? But hey, it could be real. So that's not, if it's real, that's pretty bad. I don't want to be involved in that.
Here's why you can never. It's why it's almost. It doesn't matter. You know, it's kind of pointless because at the end of the debate, when it's gonna come, you can give them any evidence that you want, and everybody in this call would agree with them when they seen the debate. This is what it came down to. It doesn't matter if Noah was an unskilled boat maker and no one ever was able to create a ship like that, and we probably wouldn't be able to do it to this day because it's impossible.
Yeah, but
God's
they didn't have
magic.
God on their side. That's what you're not understanding.
So God's magic, therefore, the ship wouldn't have twisted because God didn't want it to twist or something.
But
listen, God made him make a freighter appear like what, or maybe it didn't have to rain, or you know, or like what?
Maybe it did happen, but you can't prove it either way.
No, yeah. Listen to
the
facts. I'm gonna drop the facts on you real quick. The Bill Nye facts. This is what I mean, and this was a big part of the debate last night. Was the Noah's Ark itself.
Right.
Okay, so, you know, Ken Ham's like all macho and mighty, and he's like, you know, Noah, he had, you know, it rained, you know, the earth was created in 6 days. Da-da-da-da-da. Then you got Genesis, and you got, like, Adam and Eve, and all this bullshit. And then here comes Noah, right? Noah and his, like, 7 family members built this ark. Here's my thing. There's nothing even back there. How do you build this? How do you build this gigantic? They said this thing is huge. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Did you see the scale that they showed? Like,
the scale was like insane.
A third larger than the biggest ship biggest wooden ship ever created, and that ship sunk.
And 7, listen, and that's what I'm saying. And 7 family members of Noah's built this ark, right? Okay, and then Bill Nye comes on, and he's like, he was like, first off, and this is another thing that he proves point with facts is, if the whole world was flooded, there's no way those plants would have survived. There's evidence, like within, like, you know, the Earth and the Grand Canyon, that there's no way that the whole Earth was flooded. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, he goes into talking about like how the boat, like you were talking about with the wood, and how like the wood twists and stuff like that. and like you have to be like architecturally like sound to even be able to pull something off like that.
Well, he said it's not even possible. He said he gave for that ship. It was I can't remember the name of it, whichever. But
and none of them ate meat. Ship. None of them ate meat for the whole time. The world was
and there was 14 of the greatest of that time. They were the premier wooden ship makers. 14 of them created a ship significantly smaller, like 40% smaller than what the Ark would have been. And it would he said it would flex, it would twist, and it sunk. The water it took on water, the ship sunk, and they all died. And, so he's saying, so you're telling me that thousands of years before, a man and 7 of his family members built unskilled, by the way, or even here's the thing. He said, well, how do you know Noah was unskilled? Everyone knows with common sense that technology is built off of technology.
Yeah.
You get a smartphone from having a Nokia phone. You get a flat screen television by having a tube television.
Right.
Technology it compounds on itself. You don't.
Right.
You're not gonna know somehow how to build a ship, and then
but you know what?
All of that information.
Religion is a nice thought, and I feel like this. Whatever gets you through the night, baby. Whatever you need, fine. But when you start using that shit to hold back science, when you start using it to govern people and mixing it into politics.
And that's what Bill Nye was saying.
I mean, look at Russia. Do you see what they're doing to the gay people in Russia? Now, I'm a straight up heterosexual man. No interest at all. But son, they're beating people on fucking camera just for being gay.
Yep.
And they're using the Bible to do this shit. They got laws against you being gay.
And they'll kill you.
There's not even any. They don't have one gay person in Sochi, wherever the Olympics are, because of that shit. Like that's insane.
Yep, people fleeing because of their orientation. So
But
I'm
listen,
saying that's all because of the Bible, son.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, it is. I know it's too late to get into it, but I'm just saying that is the Bible. That's the Bible. That's people reading the Bible going, you see right here, it says this shit right here, and then motherfuckers go, yeah, it says that. Let's go hurt some people.
But I just like this debate because Bill Nye is a nice guy.
I don't know about that, Tim.
And the way he broke him down,
about why they're doing it.
You're saying it's not all the Bible. Some people just don't think it. They don't like it. It's
That's
nasty.
Where they get it from, though. Smoke.
No, I've talked to people that they're not religious at all. They don't even believe in the Bible. They just think it's nasty. Those people are fucking gross.
You don't think
they see it? They spread disease and shit like that. That's how a lot of people think.
But where'd that idea come from?
It's all rooted in the Bible. It's all rooted in the Bible because there's animals that are homosexual.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying it's right, dude. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that some people should go do. I'm saying that the idea that we need to condemn these people and they're going to hell and all that shit, and that it's against man, it's because it's in the Bible.
A lot of it is religion, but there's a lot of people that
they
spread AIDS. There's a lot of people that believe that shit that ain't even true about gay people.
Yeah, but that
bunch of you'll get some. They might spit near you, you might get some AIDS. They'll shake their head, you might get AIDS. They're scared. There was a politician that said some shit like he was serious about gay people, and it was the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like I don't know what it was, something weird as fuck. He was scared about it. I think it was they were putting razor blades in their hands, and they shake your hand, and then it would cut you, and then the blood would mix, and you would get AIDS. This motherfucking congressman believed this shit. That ain't got nothing to do with religion. That's got to do with some deep, what the fuck? They don't trust these motherfuckers. There's a secret gay society out there giving people AIDS.
I'm just saying.
The funny thing about it, though, a lot of those same guys that I hate gays, these congressmen.
They're sucking dick in the airport bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
The stall. That's what they're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, for you to be so against something, you got to have a reason for it.
Exactly. That's what I always say. I had that discussion with my brother. I said,
well, if you really believe that there's a gay society, this secret group that's shaking people's head, giving them AIDS, that's enough to be scared of something.
No, I'm saying
really
like
believe that shit.
That's true if you believe that. Yeah. If you believe that, you don't have to. Yeah. If you actually buy into that shit, and
people are fucking nutty. I was watching Dr. Phil the other day. There's this dude that believed a secret society was following him. He had made over 1,700 videos of surveillance. It was nothing. Guy was mentally fucking ill, man, like a motherfucker. They're tapping my phones.
Right. I mean, honestly, I think that there's some people, and there's obviously some holes in this thought process, but I think that there are some people that are so against homosexuality for fears that they may, if it was an accepted thing, that they may somehow.
There's a guy on Twitter defending the art right now.
What?
Oh, the art.
He's defending the art right now.
Oh, he's probably a trolling guy.
Listen, hold on. I want to give, I don't want to cut you off, but I wasn't even finished talking about the goddamn art. Because
go ahead, Shaggy.
No, listen, y'all are doing y'all's own thing with this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The fucking art though. I mean, and then they said they said that like none of them ate meat. How do you prevent a lion from eating meat?
Yeah, he was like, the animals were vegetarians, and he was like, look at a lion. I can look at his teeth and tell those aren't for eating. But then the guy was like, yeah, but there's
crazy
a fruit
until you realize God was guiding this. It was a miracle. That's what you need to understand. A miracle.
You got 2 lions, and then you got like 2 sheep. Man, I don't feel good being them sheep in that same boat.
Oh, come on.
He said most bears are vegetarian.
You can debate all day, but at the end of the day, eventually they're just going to say, listen, man, God works in mysterious ways. It doesn't all make sense, but God, he can do anything. He doesn't. Time and physics don't apply to God. That's what they're going to say at the end of the day if you beat them with everything else.
But here's the thing,
I believe in God, and God, all this shit you're saying, God doesn't have to listen to these rules. He can do whatever he wants.
It's just like, no one ever brings this up, and I think maybe because in a person that's not an idiot, like, they know it, and like it's like, why would you even have to say it? You would think it would be known. But like, ask them like, okay, if God created everything, what created God then? Like,
yeah, but they always say like, well, he's the Almighty. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? God just came to be, or whatever. Like,
don't make no damn sense. It's not supposed to.
I got 50.
We don't have brains capable.
Somebody wrote a book, and people found it, and they were like, "Oh, this is, it's a book, man." Some guy was sitting there, he wrote a book, and he started selling it to people, and then people forgot about it, and then one guy found it in a drawer somewhere, and he was like, oh, man, I'm going to go out and start telling people this is real. Con artists, man, they exist. People was a lot dumber back when the Bible was first coming around.
Planned. I think it was planned. I really do. I think there was a group of individuals that got together and realized that they can create a system in which people would not only give you their unwavering allegiance, they would give you their money. They would allow you to rise into ranks above them and allow you to do whichever you want, anything that you want to do. I think it was a group of individuals who are rather intelligent that understood the human psyche and took advantage of it.
Did you notice last night? I know, Kenneth, you watched the debate. Did you notice how, like, when they were talking about like Adam and Eve and stuff, like when he was talking about Adam and Eve, he was kind of trying to steer away from like the homosexuality shit, and then like Bill Nye was kind of like heading towards it, but like fucking he wouldn't take it there because, I mean, at least it was a friendly debate, but you could tell like there was some stuff that was making Ken awkward.
Like I say, Bill did it. It was almost like an art the way Bill did it, because like I said, he made the creationist, the Christian good guy, look like the jerk. Yeah, and normally those roles are reversed.
Yeah.
And, that guy kind of looked like a douche. Even if you didn't believe what he said, like most of the time, those the creationists, whatever, you don't agree with what they're saying, but it's like he seems like a decent guy. You know what I'm saying? No, this guy looked like arrogant. He looked dismissive of Bill. He just looked like a douche, man. It was strange.
I mean, it's a pointless debate. That guy ain't changing his mind no matter what you say.
Yeah, that was the best. Maybe that was the best question of the night. He said, if anything, what will make you change your mind? And basically, the guy said, nothing will make me change my mind.
Because changing your mind means you're going to hell. That's what he believes. It may not all make sense to him, but he ain't going to admit that shit.
Yeah, I think there's
one day God will sit him down and explain it to him. This is what this man believes. One day he's gonna die and go to heaven, and God will tell him, and then it all makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy shit.
One of the things that always got me, man, that no one can answer for me, I would say, what about all the people who never knew anything about your religion? What about them? Is that fair that they're going to go to hell? They don't even have an opportunity to know about your religion.
That's true.
Like, I don't know. It's like, see, gotcha.
That's why we got to spread the religion. That's what they say. We got to spread it to them. We got to save these souls.
That's not what I've said this before. They say, some way God will be presented to you, and if you choose to reject it, no matter what way, even if you live in some tribe in the middle of the jungle that people haven't even seen, which there are tribes that we have not discovered, of people not like a few years ago, they found like some people like the Amazon or somewhere, you know what I'm saying, they had never seen modern history, like they were just there living, you know. So what about those people, you know? It's like I say, but people need to get off their high horse about their religion. The only reason you are a part of the religion that you are is just based off your geographic location. You just so happen to be born in America.
Right. That's true. You know, that's true.
So you're a Christian. If you were born in China, you would have some type of.
Hey man, look, God ain't never appeared to me, so I'm still waiting. If He's gonna appear, it ain't never happened yet. I'm waiting. That God's supposed to appear to me when?
Right.
Hey, side note, Smokey.
Wouldn't that make it simple if He just appeared and said, "Stop fucking off"? People would go, "Oh shit."
Side note.
The sky just appeared. Stop fucking off.
Honestly, man, I could. This might sound a little crazy. I would believe, probably before I believe, you know, about the Bible and stuff. I would literally maybe believe that we were an experiment by aliens, because that seems more plausible.
Look, hey, listen. Here's what fully gets me. If I see a ghost, if I see a spirit, which I've never seen a spirit, I mean, maybe we can start.
Some people said they've seen some shit, the ghosts and shit, but then you gotta think about, maybe that guy's just crazy. Maybe he's hallucinating.
I ain't never seen it. I can't say unless I've seen it, man.
My wife says she's seen the ghost.
Or maybe you're not crazy. It's been proven.
Or maybe it's real.
Mind is more powerful than people think it is. You can believe something so much to the point to something
where you believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, you will believe that that's what you saw. Like you will believe. You can believe something enough.
That's how you pass a lie detector test. You believe your lie so much. I mean, seriously, I've seen people do it. I mean, they've done documentaries on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can be like, if you want to be a con artist, the most successful way to be a con artist is to believe your con. Believe yourself. Believe that you are like what you're lying about. Like fully 100%. Like that's what you were bred to do.
Yeah, and that's why lie detectors aren't admissible in court, man, because you can cheat them. Yep. Any of those actors, like what's his name, Heath Ledger. That's why he locked himself away to do the Batman and shit, to do Joker.
Yeah.
Because you need to believe that you're that guy. You know what I'm saying? And if you do that, you can lie effectively.
And then you kill yourself because like whatever.
He OD'd just like Philip Seymour Hoffman.
It was the Illuminati that didn't want a third Batman.
Illuminati, he knew something.
He knew
Man of Steel movie.
He knew about the bloodlines, man. The bloodlines.
Yeah, the bloodlines.
Fuck.
I know a guy that believes that shit. He believes Planet X.
Planet X?
What's Planet X?
He was over at my house like a couple weeks ago talking about the Planet X is going to hit us. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Boo. That's what you're talking about?
I'm just like, you're out of your mind, dude.
Wow.
There's no Planet X. Like he said when I was like, because I was like, I got some shit to do in January. He's like, don't even worry about it. We're going to all die. I'm like, no, we're not going to die. Stop.
Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry about it.
I ain't even worried about this shit.
Hey, man, those bills, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry.
None of that shit.
Be like, man, it was like that joke that the guy, I can't remember, I think it might have been Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock or somebody told a joke, and they were like, he's like, when you get on a plane, it's like you see an Arab guy, you ask him, hey man, what are you planning on doing next week? And it was like, there is no tomorrow, only Allah. Like you got to have a conversation with him, get to know him a little bit, and find out some information.
Wow.
Anyway, y'all ready to wrap it up?
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
we can wrap it up. That was good. It was pretty good.
Yeah, we jumped around a lot. We did a
Oh
lot
man,
of
I did
subjects.
want to say I read
like
that
that.
Michonne on Walking Dead. They're gonna do a lot of Michonne episodes, so maybe Kenneth will be proven wrong in the second half of this season.
The magical Negro will.
She is getting. Hey, I see the screenshot. She is getting the zombies on the chains back.
That's cool. That's cool shit.
I don't know if I like this idea. They're all split up. I don't know how that's gonna be.
Yeah.
They gotta do something. I mean,
It's gonna be a lot of cutting. You know, a lot of cutting to this, cutting to that.
Who's dying?
I like it better when they're split up though. Like,
Who do you think's gonna die in the second half season? There's got to be one big death. Who's dying?
no,
I see somebody made a blog and was like, "Should Walking Dead kill off Rick?" I'm like, "Are you fucking retarded? It's not gonna do that."
Yeah, he's a big character. He is the. I mean, he's not the universe.
They won't kill him. Yeah, they won't kill him.
He's the first person you see. Like,
they kill off the main character. Did they kill off Jack Bauer in 24? No. They'll kill the main character off if the shows go in, but
no, I think it's just over. I don't think they'll kill. I think that baby was the big kill for this season.
I don't think the baby's dead.
That baby's dead. That baby's dead. That baby's dead.
The baby coming back will be one of the big surprise reveals.
No.
There will be somebody dying.
Kenny, you were wrong about the doctor. Old man.
Yeah, I was wrong.
You were wrong about the baby too, bro.
Nah,
what old man? Oh, he didn't think Herschel was gonna die?
Herschel, yeah.
The baby's dead.
He said it can't happen because he's the only one with the skill to be the doctor.
But he dead, a dead motherfucker right now. His head laying there.
Look, hey, this is the same. I Mr. The Denver Broncos are gonna beat the Seahawks 40-17. All right, so we're
remember the score.
We're equal.
Did you say that?
I did say that.
That's what Tim said.
Oh, I see that. Yeah. Oh man.
Peyton Manning.
Man, I don't even watch football, and I said on Twitter the Seahawks gonna win.
Yeah, remember that, Tim?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, it was ugly.
Yeah.
That game was terrible. I went downstairs to get it. Here's how bad the Super Bowl was. Here's how bad they got beat. I was sitting here. I went down to get a drink. Like a minute went by. I come back and another touchdown was scored. I'm like, what the fuck? Damn.
Hey, did you hear about that controversy about the halftime that the Red Hot Chili Peppers they did not play? They faked their whole performance.
What?
Yeah. The bassist came out today on the main website and was like, "Yeah, we faked the whole show."
Well,
I mean, do you think he said it to just be like, yeah, we did, like to be a douche about it, like, yeah, we did, or do you think he really means that we faked it?
Well, they wanted, and it wasn't their choice to fake it. The NFL and like Fox wanted them to fake it because for all the live people because they said like the sound was too hard to fix and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So Red Hot Chili Peppers, they didn't want to do it, but then they were like, well, fuck, it's the Super Bowl.
So the singing was fake too?
No, the singer was real. The singer was real. The singer
ain't that bad then.
So what was fake about it? The music?
Yeah, they were pretending to play.
Yeah, some music playing over a speaker. Guy was singing.
You could tell.
He was doing karaoke of his own shit. The other
guy
was
do
up
that
there
all
like
the
a
time,
jackass.
though,
yeah,
he's
but listen,
playing nothing up there like a jackass.
They weren't gonna say anything. They weren't gonna say anything until people started seeing pictures.
What about the drums?
And
that had to be real.
No, that wasn't real. None of the drums were hooked up to D drums, which is what progress is the sound for the drums.
So he was just drumming to nothing.
Yeah, it had.
Yeah, he was like drumming, but you couldn't hear the drums over the music. So he was just like,
they were
playing, but you just couldn't hear it, and they just piped in the song.
Right.
No, the drum. But listen,
nobody that went to that game went there to see that anyway. That was just a bonus. They went to see the game. They didn't get ripped off.
Listen, what I'm saying is they weren't gonna confess to it, but until somebody started looking at pictures and they were like, why isn't that dude's guitar plugged in? You know what I'm saying? They were just like, what the fuck?
Look, now you deserve to get caught, because if it's not you can't be on that level. I can get
fucking conspiracy theorist was analyzing photos.
The guitar,
God damn.
Right.
In his basement analyzing, what is this right here?
But
nothing's plugged in. I'm going to Reddit.
It's those situations like the Super Bowl, them not playing, will make them believe these ridiculous conspiracies. Yeah, because if the Red Hot Chili Peppers didn't really, I found it. So this other crazy alien
the game
monsters,
was rigged.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning, he got paid off. He's not rich. Why would he?
Yeah, he's not already rich.
He's got money. He's trying to win the Super Bowl. Why would he?
That's ridiculous.
He's broke as fuck.
Right.
He just sucks. He's gonna accept it. He fucking suck. That was some terrible shit.
he needs to quit football and become an actor because the look on that guy's face of panic. If he's that good, he needs to be put him in one of these Liam Neeson films or whatever, man. Like, 'cause that guy can act.
That was the worst fucking Super Bowl I've seen in the last 10 years, dude.
That's the worst Super Bowl I've seen in years.
Yeah, you don't want to see a slaughter like that. Like,
garbage. Non-competitive. And, I'm not for either team. I don't care. I'm a Redskins fan.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck who wins.
I don't give a fuck. But
for all you,
it wasn't even interesting, dude.
I'll tell you what. Here's something big, but I mean, it's not really big if you're not a football fan. CBS actually bought out the Thursday Night Football. They'll be showing Thursday Night Football on CBS next year.
Oh shit!
Not NFL. So now you don't have to have the NFL. You don't have to have the NFL package to view them.
That's good.
Games. So I mean, that's good. It's good for them. Good for CBS. They're gonna get some more ratings.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, that's about it. I mean, that's about all I got for this podcast.
One thing I need to say about you sports fans. The Seahawks are the best team. You have to accept it. Stop saying your team is better and they got fucked over. They suck. They lost. They didn't go out there and get fucked over. They lost the games. They lost a lot of games and shit.
Now,
some
Richard Sherman,
some crybaby motherfuckers.
Richard Sherman said part of the reason was that they cracked.
They figured out his passing and shit.
Yeah,
his hand signals.
Yeah, all his hand signals and shit. But
some motherfucker was on Twitter saying New Orleans the best team. I said, really?
Hey.
I didn't see him playing last night. I didn't see him playing last night.
Shut up. We are the best.
New Orleans.
We're the best.
None of that shit.
The Saints are the best.
He was like, they got fucked. Typical sports fan, they got fucked. They lost.
It was a conspiracy, Smokey.
They lost.
Who that?
Champion is the best until another champion's crowned.
The Saints are the best. It's proven. It's proven. If the NFL will fake the Red Hot Chili Peppers, they'll screw over the Saints. It's true.
It's rigged.
It's rigged.
The Seahawks coach said to Manning, I seen some fake article. He was like, "When am I getting paid?" Like he would say that in front of cameras and shit.
Right.
Like Manning,
this is what
in the middle of the game, Manning's like, "When am I getting paid?" Like
we can go away after this, but these people that seem to believe that God has a stake in who wins the Super Bowl.
Oh God!
Yeah, Smokey did a video on that, didn't you, Smoke?
Yes.
God picks the Super Bowl winner.
I was like, then God must really hate Peyton Manning then.
Damn. And when they win the Super Bowl, I like to thank God. God don't give a fuck about this game. What the fuck? If you created Earth and like space and the universe, you really gonna give a fuck about a Super Bowl, like a football game?
Yes, you
Hell
would.
No.
Yep.
Hell no. Why would he be deciding who wins? Wouldn't he want to watch it too to see who wins? That's not fair. God ain't being fair if he's fucking manipulating the game.
Hey man,
look into that.
We're in the Matrix.
Conspiracy theorists, please look into that. God needs to be stopped rigging these games. I don't like it.
They'll be like, "Did you see it? Did you see that ball?" It'll be like the Angels in the outfield, like
Angels in the outfield.
God damn.
That game was boring. Halftime, I was like, "This shit's over. I'm done."
It was over before halftime, dude. When it was 15-0, I knew it was over.
I seen on Twitter they said no team has ever come back from a 10-0 deficit. I was like, "Well, they ain't winning."
You can tell from their body language. It's the end of the fucking
second quarter. They done lost the game.
Like, they didn't have any fighting. Like I literally think that they were some of the players were afraid of the Seahawks players. Like I played football. Like.
Well, they're thugs, apparently.
They didn't want it, man. Like
thugs.
Thugs, man. I'd be scared, too.
Hey, did you guys see the one about, it was like Bill Nye's post?
I seen that. I retweeted that, yeah.
That was so funny.
He's like, that's what you get when you throw me up against a mediocre creationist or something like that.
He's like, don't you ever talk about science. If you do, I'm going to shut your mouth real quick.
That was funny. That's funny.
And then one dude, probably the funniest part, the guy commented, he was the first comment on it, he was like, LOS, like legal science.
Right there.
Oh, man.
Hey, listen, side note. I got 51 on Flappy Bird.
Hey man, I hit 44 during the podcast. I had to play it because I'm addicted.
Is it really? Is it like that, or is it like that queer Candy Crush?
No, it's actually
it's just a little time killer game. It ain't nothing that serious.
Yeah, I like it. I mean,
I'm upset about.
I'll play.
I'll play PlayStation.
I like it.
I ain't got time for no Flappy Bird.
I got to 44. What did you get to?
51.
51.
It looked like Mario or something from what I saw.
It kind of is. I mean, that's
what it reminds me of. All you gotta do is you got these pipes, and they shift around like they don't move, but this pipe here might be up here.
So it's like
you gotta go through the hole, and you can't hit the
game.
pipe.
What's that game with the helicopter or whatever?
I don't know. How many pipes can you get past?
I think it's called helicopter. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's been around for like years, dude.
I hate these people that say, "Well, that game just copied off." Yeah, that's what they do. They copy the game. They put a different skin over it.
No, I'm saying no. The only difference is you're not a helicopter. You're a bird.
You know how many variations of Candy Crush is on Facebook? They got like farm, carrot game. They got Candy Crush. There's another one. It's just Candy Crush reskinned. Instead of candy, it's a carrot.
I played Flappy Bird millions of times. It was called Helicopter, and it was on E-Bombs World back in the day. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that site.
E-Bombs World, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember E-Bombs World.
I remember E-Bombs World.
What happened to that? It's just gone, son?
I don't know.
It's still there.
Okay.
It's probably just sucks now.
There's a Flappy Bird there for you. Ooh, Flappy Bird.
E-Bombs World was it, dude. That was the website.
Man.
E-Bombs and Newgrounds. Newgrounds. You remember Newgrounds? I think Newgrounds was another one of them websites.
Yeah, I remember that. People used to be in the computer lab at school playing that and they get caught.
Yeah.
I remember I was in the computer lab one day, somebody got caught watching porn in the fucking computer lab. Don't watch porn at school in the computer lab.
We had one dude, look.
And turn the sound down, you dumb motherfucker. You know it's going to be like,
Here's the funny thing. In our high school, you know, you have the computer class or whatever, right?
You got me
we had one kid, like he was one of those hacker and nerd guys. And he would mess up stuff so bad, like they banned him from even touching a computer. Like he could not touch any computers at the school. He was hacking everything and stuff.
Destructive little
I remember
shit.
he was working at Popeyes. This is true. He was working at Popeyes, and they fired him. No, they didn't fire him. They made him mad or something like that. So he went on his computer. He hacked he was hacking the Popeye security system and stuff, and using the camera to spy on people and follow people and stuff. And then he hacked into the system and ordered like 50 cases of beer.
Damn.
And charged Popeyes for it. They had it shipped to him.
Did you hear about that dude that was selling heroin in the Happy Meals at McDonald's?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's for a toy or something.
Yeah, I need a toy. Put some heroin in there.
I bet you that's probably happening a lot more.
What? Philip Seymour?
Fuck
Philip
yeah.
Seymour? What? Philip?
Maybe Philip Seymour Hoffman went through there a couple times. That motherfucker bought $1,200 worth of heroin in 90 days.
But somebody put it on Twitter, and it's kind of true. I don't know who said it, but they were like, I think it was Hard 8. And he was like, an actor dies off of heroin, and then like they want to shut the whole city down and go on a manhunt. But like if a regular Joe died from heroin, then nobody would care. Like everything would just keep moving like nothing happened.
I did a video on that a little while ago.
It was crazy.
All right, guys. I mean, I gotta.
Let's wrap it up.
We can wrap it up. We can wrap it up.
My wife's texting me.
Boys, it's been fun.
Yo, no doubt. Welcome back.
Good stuff.
All right. Next week we will be talking about Walking Dead. Hopefully the black characters will get some progression, so Kenneth will calm down. Kenneth, what if the first episode happens and there's no black people in it? How mad would you be?
I wouldn't care. I mean, I wouldn't.
You would care.
Not really.
No, I don't think you would care.
Something like I'll be like, that's kind of.
What would you do if they killed all the black characters off by the end of the season?
Stop watching the show.
Oh, damn.
That's real talk.
What?
Would you,
if they killed all the black people, and like they already disrespect black people on the show.
Would you, Tim?
Would I stop watching?
Yeah.
Nah.
Tim wouldn't. Tim loves that show. Tim loves that shit. He's like, man, fuck that.
As long as they kill other people too, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Well, Shaggy's making it. Well, even if they kill, I don't know. We ain't gonna talk about this. But I just said the way Shaggy's prosing the argument is just that all black, nothing but blacks are gone.
What?
That's the way you're saying it.
No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I said. I said Tim would watch it regardless. I mean,
no, I said Smokey.
Right.
I might have said Shaggy. I meant Smokey.
I was like, what are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. At the end, that last episode, they killed every black character.
What about any other characters there?
No, there's all black characters die.
I'm not watching anymore.
But let's say they do it as they run into like a racist like leader guy, like a Klansman. That's how they spin it. That's how they spin it. What do you think then? Part of the story, and it makes sense. The guy's a big racist, and he kills all the black dudes.
Yeah.
And Rick's like, what the fuck? And then they go to war. That's the next season. What do you think about that?
It's a fictional show based on some fictional
That's
shit.
not a bad idea, but Michonne's a good character. I wouldn't want her to be killed off. I probably would be pissed if they killed her off. And the T-Dog guy, not the T-Dog guy, the other guy. What's that guy's name? Tyrese. He's good.
That's not.
Next to die is Glenn. I'm gonna go on the record and say next to die is Glenn.
No, they're not. I think that one of those two will die, given that relationship they have and like how Walking Dead wants. The show is built off of breaking your heart, basically, in a sense. But I can see what because Smokey had the argument that they're not gonna want to eliminate that love factor. You know, that's what keeps women watching and stuff. And I can definitely see that, but like the whole thing of the show is one-upping itself from the previous, you know. So each death has to mean more than the last one, if that makes any sense. So I don't think they're gonna kill one of them. I think they're gonna kill.
Man, let's save this for next week. We'll be here for another hour with this shit. Yeah. Let's save this for next week.
The sister goes before she does, man.
Yeah, the sister will go for next. Now, I don't think they've killed. They didn't kill the father. I don't think they'll kill no more of that family.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's gonna be Glenn. Well, no, because if you
that's what I said.
Eye candy on the show too. You gotta have that hot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not her, man. She got a nice ass.
Yeah, she does.
What do you think is gonna happen with Carol? You think she's gonna come back? I think that might be the shocker that Carol
will come back.
Yeah,
I think that'll be what will end the show. Like Carol will show up or something, and kill somebody when they're in a tight spot or something weird like that.
Well, let's catch it this Sunday.
Yeah. All right, baby.
I'm pumped.
AMC, you owe me a promotion. I just filled you in there. Catch The Walking Dead on AMC.
They really need your help.
I know. All right, boys.
Anyway, peace out.
Later, guys. Subscribe, bitch.
Ew.
The day.